Lou Goodwin again winning the challenge and becoming the captain for the second week in a row. The game kind of brought up some questions about some of the players' abilities and understanding of the game. Elias Power.
Not the third week in a row?
This is.
Oh, we're talking about the first episode first here.
I'm talking about episode 3 so far.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were going to talk about them both together.
I'm going to get to that in a second.
Oh, go ahead then.
No, that's all right. The game against the Queensland University side brought up some questions about people's attitude and understanding of the game. Elias Power tried to cover his own arse a little bit, I thought, with all that stuff about fifth tackle plays and kind of running the ball, and I think he was trying to get a bit of glory in front of his misses, so that put him in the firing line a little bit. But
you can see why he's grating on some of them. He seems like a bit of a know-all. I don't. Yeah.
I'm not his biggest fan. But Dan Caprice was the guy that got sent home this week, and he's a dickhead because it's just his mouth that got him into trouble because he was injured, so he couldn't take part in any of the stuff. And I think he was just kind of floating under the radar until he jumped up and criticised Elias Power, even though he hadn't played. And it was fairly obvious that Freddie wasn't happy with that. And I think that kind of motivated his being brought into the final 3. And that was it, without really ever showing any kind of having an opportunity to show anything. Dan Caprice was sent home, although
in the week before, some of his distribution in some of the clips, because it's hard to follow the clips of the game.
It is tricky sometimes.
But some of his distribution was a bit sloppy, I thought. A lot
and that
of
was another conversation, wasn't
passes,
it? Yeah.
Rather than spinning it and putting people through holes, kind of like the floatier passes. That you can get away with in rugby union sevens because you've got such a big expanse and such a small number of people. But you wouldn't get away with it in rugby league. But what I liked about him is he didn't stop smiling ever.
I see. That's what I disliked. I felt that seemed pretty fake and kind of like to me. And
no,
I don't think
it was fake. I just think that's his default go-to to cover any sort of emotion. I don't think he was necessarily happy all the time he was smiling. I think he was shy, whatever it might be, and that's how he expresses himself. I kind of quite endearing to see, because I saw a vulnerability behind a smile rather than a falseness behind a smile. Okay,
you're probably right. I'm probably horrible. But into episode 4 then, and it was sheep herding and playing against the Melbourne Storm under-20s, which was a marked sort of step up in kind of the teams that the lads have been playing against up until now. Matt Gorman went home this week, which I think perhaps he might have deserved another week or so, but with these injuries and
week 1, I like Matt Gorman.
I did. I thought
by week 4, I thought bit of a prick, this Matt Gorman.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't have a massive problem.
The way he reacted to the whole canoe cheat stuff in episode 3, kind of got my back up a little bit. And then he had a couple of poor games, so I think he deserved to go home. He's either been injured or not shown enough ability in the actual games for all the heart and desire.
That's true. That is true.
He just didn't look like a player who was ever really going to make it to me. So in every way about him. Yeah. So bless him.
So there are a couple of standouts though at the moment. People are starting to come out of the pack a little bit, I think.
Well, the heartbreaking one, the unfortunate one, is the young winger whose dad used to play.
Is that Jordan Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's hurt his shoulder, hasn't he?
Busted his shoulder, and he was looking. Even in the first game they played, he scored that golden.
He scored 5 tries, didn't he, against the Queensland Uni team in front of his dad.
In the game before, the one against the sort of half a reject team and half a semi-pro team or whatever they played.
Yeah,
the one that was close, and in the end they won it in golden point.
That's right.
He scored that try where he picked it up at the back of the in goal and ran through and then passed everyone.
He does look like a good player. I have to say,
bit soft though.
No, he's a young lad. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. I have to say that the try where he injured himself, I watched it back a couple of times. I feel like he knocked on. I feel like he spilt the ball. I was watching it back to go, no, you didn't. And you hurt yourself. And I'm almost sure. I think if there'd been a video ref, it'd have come back the way it went up. I'm not sure whether
I forgot to tell you about the Wakefield fan trying to ask for a video refereeing decision on
for a forward pass.
I think it was on Lewis Tierney's first try. No, just for like been in touch or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
But obviously it wasn't. But yeah, trying to ask for video ref at the game with no TV.
Oh, dear me.
Yeah. You'd have thought Wakefield on TV enough. Like Leeds fans, Leeds players you can understand. Cause
why they'd always just expect that there'd be a video ref, but Wakefield would just be surprised. Yeah, fair enough. Have you got any favourites or thoughts on who a likely winner might be at this early stage?
I quite like the Fijian chap who seems like a strong line runner from sort of centre/second row. I quite like him. I also feel he's going to get booted soon, I'm sure. But our lad, Louis Frezu.
Well, Louis Frezu's been like under the radar the last couple of weeks, hasn't he? We've not really seen much of him in the last 2 episodes. Which leads me to think that he's either being saved for kind of...
To be honest, the thing with him is it's easy to vote out for the other guys because they'll be on a plane back to England. They won't have to see him.
Yeah.
They won't. It don't mean out to him. And a couple of them have already sort of called him on bits. But the next lad to go is going to be David Angelic.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if he's maybe got another week. I don't know if entertainment value keeps him in. Not that I'm saying that's the best way to run it, but I don't know if he's not like.
But he's come last or second last in all the challenges.
Oh yeah, but they always have that on reality TV shows where there's someone. Yeah, exactly. It is. There's always someone on a reality TV show who's always in the bottom two. Oh, you've been in the bottom 2 for 6 weeks. How are you surviving on this program? Do you know what I mean? It almost feels like that's kind of a reality TV show. The problem is going to come when we get down to like the last 7 or 8 of the lads, and his fitness is way behind everybody else, and his overall skill level is way behind everybody else. That's when I think you'll see him go. I wonder if he might last another couple of episodes. I think in terms of an actual winner, I think Lou Goodwin's got to be in the driver's seat at the minute. He's been the captain the entire way through, so his fitness is there. He looks like a player. But the one that's won my heart is Caro, the Papua New Guinea.
Oh, definitely.
What a guy. I've never been in a canoe before. But he's still like, he's giving it his all. And, there was, we were questioning his heart a little bit, but I wouldn't be able to run up that fucking hill. So I quite like Cat with his wonky teeth, and he's just...
definitely.
He's a strong runner of the ball as well, so...
And he's got a lot of natural... athletic ability.
That's what, like every Papuan, he's got that natural sort of aptitude.
And his actual game fitness doesn't seem to be a problem. It's just on some of the challenges where he's put in situations where he's never put himself through before. He's not had the training, the support, and all of that some of the other people will have had.
And you've got to think that he's catching up, isn't he?
The player who probably looks like he could play New South Wales Cup tomorrow is the hooker Hyde.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
he's a good player, isn't he?
So he could be drafted in if a team lost all the hookers and they needed to pull someone up from the New South Wales Cup, because he could play at Queensland Cup, New South Wales Cup level.
Has he not had some sort of dalliance with Pro Rugby League?
Yes, before? He has. He was on the Melbourne Storm books, but didn't show the right level of commitment, I think.
Right. So that's good.
And maybe they required him to sit at the top level of the standard and just shot himself, and they were like, get rid of this win.
You climb up these, yeah. So there you go. Now I would implore our little band of loyal Aussie listeners not to spoiler things for us, because obviously they're a few weeks.
You have to be careful when you're watching on Twitter as well, then, because I got a spoiler the other day.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Right. No, I do try and keep an eye out for stuff like that, and then what I tend to do is if I see something on Twitter that I don't think I'm going to like, I lift my glasses up, and then I can't see it while I scroll away.
But we've got two episodes a week, so we're
going to catch up relatively quickly, aren't we? Yeah. So we'll see how things go.
Who's the other lad? The Kiwi lad with the tattoo on his neck?
Royden Gillett.
Yeah, he looks a decent player as well.
I think he's very raw, though. I don't know if he's necessarily going to... There'll be a lot of effort in industry, but I don't know whether how much...
I think he's a little bit more polished than Royce, is it? Or the other Kiwi lad, the one who was chatting to his kids.
Oh, yeah, I do know.
I think he's a little bit more polished than him.
There's 3 Kiwis. There's the big lad that played Union.
Yeah.
Something, whatever his name is.
There's a Hill in there somewhere.
Yeah, something... Gary. Something Gary Hill.
Gary something Hill.
John Gary Hill?
Something like that.
No, there's him. I think Royden is probably he might even... he's probably the best of the Kiwis, actually, looking at it.
Yeah.
I think the lad that's come from rugby isn't going to get there, and your man that you were talking to who's got 3 kids dotted about the place.
I want.
He's probably not as good.
I want a bit more of Matty Johnston, just so I can see if I still hate him as much as I did from the first episode.
Yeah, I was hoping to have a bit of a hate fest on him this week, and it never materialised. No. So yeah, hope so.
He's actually getting less annoying.
It's his stupid haircut.
Well, yeah, but Hyde's got that stupid haircut too as well.
Yeah, I'm not a massive.
But he just looks like he thinks he's less cool and is trying to be cool, whereas Johnston looks like he thinks he's the dog's bollocks.
Yeah, he does. He does. But we shall see as time progresses on. Okay, so next week's show then we're going to have everything that you've come to expect from the Super League pod. How the lovely people interact with us though, Mark, and get involved and get their name read out on a podcast.
At Super League pod on Twitter is how you get in touch with us, and facebook.com/Super League pod is the other way to get in touch with us, mainly on social media. Longer form pieces can come through by superleaguepod@gmail.com.
Scoots was utilising that this week, wasn't she?
Yeah, well, what I did this week, because we didn't have a lot of feedback, is I put together a new graphic for news stories. So I'll throw that up maybe on a Saturday or a Sunday to get some comments in on news stories, because we like to chat about the news stories from the fans. I think that rounds out the show really well. So the more of these guys, listeners' views we can tag onto the news stories than our own, I think the better for the way we want our show to be. And yeah, we just really, that's what I want a bit more of, I think. If people can, our listener numbers have dropped slightly in the last probably since the week before the live show. Right. Before that, we were averaging close to 600 a week of the shows before the next show, and we're down a bit on that at the moment. So I would implore people, please, to share. To retweet our tweets, to like our Facebook posts, to share our Facebook posts, to put the link out yourself when you access it through iTunes or Spreaker or however you might access the podcast, because you're our
advertising. We don't have an advertising budget.
We do this for free, and
we do it for fun, and we do it for free.
And as a result, we can't spread the word. But we would love more fans' views involved, and that the best way to do that is to get more fans aware of the show and listening to the show. Yeah,
and on top of that, most of you go to rugby league matches and know people, and you're all our type of people, so you must know somebody that would like to listen to a rugby league podcast. So just bring it up in conversation, buy them a pint and slip us in. That's all I'm saying. Just point me in the right direction.
It's called
don't keep secrets.
It's called the Tom Crook courting method.
Exactly. Yeah, just buy them a pint and slip it in. It's usually that would work on me as well, to be perfectly honest as well. So there you go. Right, we'll see you next time on the Super League pod.
It's going to be a long one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Not to you.
Not to me. No, that's an average one.